Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, the FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now.
Where I am now.
And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world.
Things were hard to see.
And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful rainy day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Yeah.
Mr. E, it's a beautiful rainy day here in the Hampton Roads area.
That's right.
And we had a pretty good weekend.
That's right. Daylight savings time came this way.
Goodness.
And guess what? We had to make some adjustments.
Now, did you adjust well?
I'm trying now. I'm trying very hard because yesterday was one of the hardest days to try to make an adjustment to the new time.
Now, my yesterday was a little fuzzy, but today I was up and popping and ready to go.
You know, they was talking about how fuzzy it may be when you're making the adjustment for the new time. So, you know, once you get back on track, you're back on track. That's for those who are taking medicine and things of that nature.
You know, medicine?
You know, like if those who are taking high blood pressure medicine, things of that nature, they said
they off balance.
They say they're off balance.
Are you serious?
That's what they're saying.
Okay, well, all you all that's on medicine and whatnot, just go to bed an hour early. You be all right.
That's right. I'll take your medicine an hour early.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a great weekend, Mr. E. Yes, I adjusted well until daylight savings time. I got a chance to write a little bit, rest a little bit, and just enjoy home.
That's one of the best things in the world that I did yesterday is that I made the adjustment.
That's good. Yeah. So I tell you what, we're here on a beautiful Monday morning, and we have the current job list. Are you ready, Mr. E?
I'm ready. I want our listening audience to be ready also. So get your pen and piece of paper if you're looking for employment. Don't forget that if you have been incarcerated and thinking that there is no jobs are available, well, I serve notice on you. Well, there are. So if you're looking for a job, there are jobs that are available just for you. Absolutely. Even if you're incarcerated. There's a Federal Express, there's Home Depot,
Mhm.
Lowe's,
Yes.
Federal Express, all those places out there has program set aside for those who have been incarcerated so that they can find a job. Get your pencil, piece of paper. Here we go. Elizabeth River Project looking for a seasonal educator, and the Achievable Dreams looking for a grant manager.
Virginia Living Museum, science educator, summer camps, seasonal, Eggleston corporate. They want a vice president of marketing and development.
Wetland Watch looking for a development coordinator. The Children's Center looking for a language pathologist. They're looking for a site supervisor, account manager, and a pre-K teacher.
Wow, what about RR? Is that DD? Southeast Virginia posting the Salvation Army.
That's a new one. Yeah.
Chesapeake Public Library, they need a library assistant. They need one of them.
The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Virginia looking for a program leader, and they're looking for a member interest specialist.
Yes, the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art, they need a visitor experience associate, also an executive assistant.
Southeastern Public Service Authority looking for a SPSA IT support specialist, and Sharon Michelle Peterson Foundation is looking for an administrative coordinator.
Yes, Sarah, that's Sarah Michelle.
Sarah, yeah.
That's new, right?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Girl Scouts, a giving manager, Bay Aging, weatherization, energy auditor, work quality control inspector. They also need a director of planning development.
For kids in Suffolk are looking for a family case manager, and Eagle Care ARE looking for a prisoner outreach service coordinator, event programmer, a payroll coordinator, and an event program coordinator.
Oh my goodness, they need everything. Child Care Aware Virginia Eastern, they need a regional manager. We also have the Heritage Humane Society. They need a volunteer and humane education manager.
And the family of autistic children of Tidewater looking for external relationship manager, and the YWCA of Southampton Roads looking for a residential service assistant, a POC victim advocate, a marketing and communicator coordinator, a director of human resource, and they're looking for a crisis service.
Yes, make sure you go online if you'd like a copy of the listing. You can go to Facebook and get it on Yolanda Hinton's personal page, Edward Everett's page, FYI Radio Show hosted by Yolanda Hinton, FYI Radio's page. You can get it on LinkedIn. Just go up there on social media, just pull it down, share it with your friends. There are a lot of great jobs up here, Mr.
That's right. Great jobs. If you're looking for a job, the song used to sing back in the days of old, get a job.
Get a job. But they say the numbers are good, Mr. E.
That's
they say
right.
the numbers for jobs have gone up. People are working more and unemployment going down. It's just wonderful.
That's right. That's right. After the pandemic, everybody decided that they want to go to work or create their own.
I'm proud of people that are creating their own. I know quite a few folk that got quite a few businesses, and it's just a wonderful thing to be able to be creative in a time like this.
No sitting around, no sagging, no nothing, no laziness. It's just getting up and getting it.
Get up and get it. Miss Roberta Carter, good morning. It's good to see you and all you all that are on. I just want to remind you all of this evening. Make sure you tune in to FYI After Dark. We're on 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. Our very special guest, Miss Cynthia Hall. She's an entrepreneur and she's a citizen that wants to speak up and speak out, Mr. E.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And that's what we need, Miss Hinton, more citizens to speak up and to speak out for the concerns of the community.
Absolutely. Also, this is our Monday segment, Sports Talk. And we also celebrate Women's History Month. Mr.
Yeah.
E, I'm very excited about that because every time I turn around, there are more and more and more women doing great things, more and more women we discover that have done great things, and more women that will be doing a lot of things,
That's
a
right.
lot
And
of wonderful things.
since this is Women's Month, we're gonna start at the high school level and go down to Princess Anne girls basketball team.
First of all, it's right underneath our nose. We got champions, and we have young women that are really, really going forth in this day and time. You know, I came across the story of Princess Anne High School girls and how they have just gone all the way to the top.
And one thing I like it, they had to fight their way to get to where they are today as the champion. They had
Yes.
several opportunities, Miss Hinton, when they got there. They started off with Indian River. They beat Indian River at 53-16. That was
Yes.
their final. Then they went from Indian River to Salem, and they beat Salem 56-36. And then they left and went to Norview, and they stopped. No, they didn't stop Norview. They beat Norview 54
Yes.
to 51, and then they went across the river to Mitchfield and beat Mitchfield 53-51, and then they stopped by IC Bird and they jumped them too and beat them at 53-45. And the overall standards, when they finally got to where they are, they had a total of 26 and
Absolutely.
1 wins. Congratulations.
That is amazing.
You know, the coach of that school is Darrell,
Yes.
who is one of the greatest coaches in the 757. And we want to take our hats off to him as he coached these Lady Princess Anne girls to a great win.
Darnell Dozier, that's his
That's right,
name. He is
Darnell
the
Dozier.
coach
Yeah.
of Princess Anne High School girls basketball team right here in the Hampton Roads area. You know, I really believe, and I want to know what you think, Mr. E, behind every good team is a good coach.
That's right. You got to have a good coach behind good team, somebody to rah-rah you. It takes teamwork to make the dream work, because if you got somebody that's pushing you to the next level and looking past all, not looking at the mistakes that one has made, but keep right on pushing, you can make that dream come to pass.
It takes dedication. It
Yeah.
takes commitment. You know, these young ladies have to be committed in order to come forth with such a wonderful, wonderful season.
That's right. That's right. So we want to say congratulations to the Princess Anne High girls basketball team, 26 and 1 overall win, and to Coach Darnell Dozier. What a wonderful job that you are doing down there in Virginia Beach.
Did it say any more of how they, you know, was able to, you know, really have this great season? Did they tell, did the coach, has he said anything? Or we would love to have them on actually to talk about, you know, how they, you know, came about with this great, great win.
You know, they are a Division 5 team in the beach. Their overall record was 25 and 1, and they had their state ranked number 8 and ranked number 3 and ranked number 2 in the state division. So
Yes.
in 2022, 2023, 2021, 2020, they was been on a good roll.
Ooh,
anyhow.
yes. Congratulations to Princess Anne High School girls basketball team.
You know, they had Mediac around here in the city too.
MEAC, the Spartans. Look, hold off Bison to capture MEAC tournament championship. Look, this is a marvelous thing because you know these are women, young women playing in Norfolk State University right here in our own backyard.
That's right.
Another team,
That's
another
right.
school. This is a wonderful, wonderful win for them going all the way to MEAC. You know, a lot of people were excited about it. I was kind of not surprised about the excitement, but who was excited? Because some of the people that listen to FYI,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were into, you know, the teams like that, MEAC like that, Norfolk State like that. Because when we cover basketball, we kind of seem, you know, some people seem just a little more quiet than they are with the NFL. And so when I heard that Norfolk State University ladies were going to MEAC, folks was just like raving. Mr.
That's
E.
right. Because the men was there and the men's lost in the MEAC.
Absolutely.
But, by a few points, by 1 or 2 points,
Well,
the
they
men
still-
lost. But the Spartanettes captured MEAC
Is that
tournament.
their real name? The
They,
Spartanettes.
No, I just put
Oh,
that name out there. I just gave
Tell-
them the name. They call themselves the Norfolk State Spartan. I don't know if the Spartanet, but that'll be a
Oh.
great name for them. And if they like it, I want my royalties
Oh
on it.
Lord, I don't
They
know.
said Nia Fields sank the
Oh,
final
wow.
3 free throws as the Norfolk State University women's basketball team in a 21-year drought
Wow.
by winning the 2023 Mid-East Athletic Conference Women Basketball Tournament, holding off Howard at
Yes.
56-52 on Saturday night at the Norfolk Scope Arena.
Wow, the Spartans 26-6, who last won the MEAC championship in 2002. It's
That's
been
right.
a long time.
That's right.
Earned-
21 years.
Earned
Yeah.
the MEAC's automatic bid and will await Sunday night's NCAA Division women's basketball tournament selection show for their next appointment with the lost Howard ended the season at 16-14.
Norfolk State will advance last year's championship.
Oh yeah, they will eventually.
Lost to the Bidens, led by as many as 10 points in the final quarter. But
Yes.
as Howard trimmed the defeat to 1 in the last 7 seconds, however, Fields made 3 of her final 4 shots at the foul line as the Spartans won the second ever MEAC tournament title. Go green and gold.
It was a long time coming, but they did it. And I'm telling you, it was so much excitement in that game. I felt a little sorry for the men, though, Mr. E, because they was crying like babies at the end of their loss.
Well,
my Lord. I
Well-
mean, absolutely like babies, but they did good. They made it there,
That's right.
but they
That's
couldn't
right.
go all the way. But we're very proud of the green and gold, our women's basketball team, who just said, we're going to take it this year. Hey, and they took it. And it was a wonderful, fabulous win at that.
Here's some inside notes on Norfolk State. The inside numbers. Norfolk State shot 35.2%, 19 of 53 from the 4, 54 from the 4 at a 61.9% from the free throw line. Nia Fields scored 11 points with 7 rebounds and 1 steal. And then this other girl also registered, I don't want to mess her name up, Maka Ilka.
Yes.
She also registered 11 points on a 4.6 shooting with the team highest 9 boards and 1 steal. The Spartans finished with 24 points in the paint, 17 points off 15 Howard turnovers, 16 bench points, 16 second chance points, and 9 fast break points. Howard went from 17 of 50 shooting at 34% and 7 of 14 at 50% from the charity stripes. Destiny Howard registered 30 points, including 21 in the first half with 2 assists and 1 rebound and 1 steal.
Wow, it was so many greats because she also had a young lady named Denijah Williams. She ended the cold spell at NSU, closed the gap to 14-7 with 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining.
When I heard about Nia Field, I thought about my little niece. I got a niece named Nia, but her last name was Everette, and she's a basketball player also.
Wow. Norfolk State began the second strong with 3 straight triples by Crystal White and Diawara as the Spartans grabbed an 18-13 advantage less than a minute into the quarter.
That's right. Go Norfolk State, and Howard rallied and tied the game at 25 after a 3-point play by Howard, who just under 4 minutes played in the first half.
Wow, Norfolk State caught fire over the final minute of the third.
Fire!
As Sky Robinson sank a free throw. Oh my goodness, followed by a layup by Francis and Fields closed out the period with a three-pointer as the Spartans took a 41-35 lead into the final quarter.
So we want to say congratulations to the women basketball game, the basketball team, the Norfolk State Spartans. We want to say congratulations to you too. And don't forget, we want to go across the water also, right across the street, down around the Virginia Beach Boulevard. It's just a short walk, or throw a rock there. That the Old Dominion women, they won also against Troy, 86-83.
That is marvelous. So I'm telling you, celebrating Women's History Month and all that which is going on in the sports world with our ladies are just so fitting.
That's right.
So exciting.
That's
so
right.
The other day, Mr. E, I asked you a question about the popularity of the NBA men versus NBA women's. WNBA, and I said, what would happen? What would bring the popularity, to the women's teams as much as men? And so I think this is going to be it. When we see fabulous women playing like they're playing on these college teams, when we see them on high school level playing like never before, I think it turns the attention to the public and to fans to say, wait a minute, what's going on over here with the ladies? The ladies are playing ball, Mr. E.
That's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing, and that's what it's all about. Both from playing that ball. But, Miss Hinton, when we started looking at basketball on both sides of the track, my hat's off to the women for doing such a marvelous job in being competitive, in the competition that they're in and shooting that rock like never before. I want to say good morning to Miss Sheila Robbins and Miss Mardale Lewis. Good morning to you. And to Miss LaWanda Tillett, good morning. And thank you so very, very much for tuning into the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Good morning, Miss Sheila Davis. Also, want to say good morning to you, and thank you so very much for Women's Month. I hope that y'all enjoying the month, this whole month. And you know what? I got a petition going on, Miss Hinton, so that the men will have their month.
Sorry, this is not y'all time, so we'll get back to y'all next month. I want to say good morning to my beautiful daughter, naturally, Chrissy Marie, how are you? But yeah, we are excited. I want to know from those that are viewing us, some that you just shouted out, how do you feel about ladies playing sports, and are you following how they are just making great strides, great moves? Do you follow the WNBA ladies? And with all that's going on and all the excitement right here in the Hampton Roads area, will you support women's sport? Will you be a fan? Will you have a team? It made me very excited, Mr. E. It made me want to go see some of these young ladies play. It really did.
March Madness is right around the corner. So starting next week, you're going to see tournaments on both, on every hand, in the men and the women. So you might want to go ahead and get your cards out now, and start checking off some of the great teams that you think going to win in these tournaments, this March Madness tournaments. And then the pros, the NBAs and the Women's League going to be starting their tournament time too. So, hey, look, we're going to bring you all that great information on both sides of the block.
Absolutely. We're going to follow the games, follow the teams. We were so excited, though, about our local teams. And, the thing about it, they're playing hard and strong, powerful, and it's our ladies.
That's right.
My goodness, that are definitely making moves and making history.
I want to open up the phone lines. We got a few times for phone lines. For those who are listening to our broadcast, give us a call at 757-624-9475. Tell us what you think. What you think about the win of the Norfolk State Spartan girls, how they won, and congratulate them. What do you think about women playing basketball and getting ready to put them pads on to play a little football?
Yeah, but they'll be right there with y'all.
That's right.
Just wait. Just keep living, Mr. E. You're going to see that too. But we want to know, even from our viewers. We want to know, what did you think about the awesome weekend of ladies going all the way to MEAC, first of all, and then winning right there
That's right.
against
Behold,
Howard
yeah.
University, which is another great school and university. But hey, the best ladies won,
That's
and
right. That's
it's
right.
really great. I want my hat to go off to the coach of the NSU women's coach. You know, they had him on last night talking on the news, Mr. Larry Vickers. And Mr. Larry Vickers, if you're listening, we would love to have you on FYI radio show to interview you. If anybody knows him, let them know that, hey, we want to hear from him, you know, what made for this great team, how they, you know, disciplined themselves and committed themselves to go all the way to the top. You know, the wonderful thing about it, I want to go back to Princess Anne High School. The season was absolutely excellent. They didn't have but one loss. And Mr. E, if you could find who that one loss was, what school it was, one loss out of 20
That's right.
something games.
25
That
games.
is amazing. I mean, they were winning, and winning. And it just makes, like I said, makes it stand out where women are really making great strides in sports, and not just sports, in business and the medical field, journalism and literature. The Oscars were on last night. We
That's
had
right.
some great wins, and one lady really stood out. Of course, you know, we had the Angela Bassett's and all the other women. But there was a woman that was actually doing. She did the costumes.
That's
And
right. For Wakanda.
oh my goodness, that was so exciting. I'm not sure if you all saw it on last night, but it felt so good. And then she was celebrating her mother, Mr. E, who was over 100 years
Yeah.
old. 101 years old, Mr. E, and she was celebrating her. And you know, it's just a wonderful feeling to be in the team of wonderful women. Mr. E.
That one loss that Princess Anne lost to is right down the street, right around the corner through the woods. That's Green Run.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Green Run beat the brakes off them 75 to 50.
Oh my goodness, yes they did, man.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we have to give a clap to Princess Anne with that wonderful winning streak. So yeah, so Norfolk State, back to Norfolk State women's coach Larry Vickers doing great things. They were so excited about their win and going forward. We would love to highlight them, but their next move, Mr. E, they're going to the
They're going to the tournament. They're going to the tournament now.
And we're going to follow that.
Yeah.
We're going to follow that, and we're going to report on that. Roberta Carter says, wonderful championship games by both teams from NSU.
You know, but since it's just the women's month, we're not even celebrating the men. But we want to give them congratulations also.
Absolutely.
Because they made it to the dance, but they couldn't go and put them sparkling shoes on. So congratulations to the men just as well. But the women, you get all the accolades, and plus you celebrating Women's
History
Month.
Month. This is Women's History Month, and we are so excited. All
21 years before they won, yeah.
It was
That's history.
But I tell you what, it took somebody. Somebody was born just for this moment, and
that's history.
It's history. It's just marvelous to be able to come through for your university, for your community, and my hats are off to them. Congratulations to both coaches, to both teams. Princess Anne coach Darnell Dozier and NSU women's coach Larry Vickers. You all did a fantastic job, and we say congratulations.
Oh, by the way, Miss Hinton, I want to let our listening audience know we got we got one powerful woman that's going to be on our show, and we don't want to miss her. Miss Stephanie Morales will be joining us. Oh, what a great young lady that she may be, that will be joining us, her and Mr. Morales.
Absolutely, on next week. Also, Beard Gods is coming back. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. But tonight, don't forget to join us 6:00 p.m. And we'll see you then on all social media platforms. Be blessed. Come over here for a few minutes so we can give you some upcoming shows and some other information. We'll see you later. If you're in the Hampton Roads area, keep trying.
Where I am
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Listen, don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, and WPCE 1400. You also can inbox us at FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com or Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page. You also can line us and inbox us and let us know that you would like to be a special guest of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
where I am now. I'm in a special place. Oh, where I am now.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. Let's shout out our wonderful, wonderful friends, Roberta Carter. Good morning, Rwanda Tillett, Mardell Lewis. She says, good morning, my favorite two friends. Sheila Robbins, sweetheart, how are you? Sheila Davis, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. Crystal Hinton is on the line. Mr. E, anybody you got over there?
I just want to say good morning to Lolly Dottie, Miss Sheila Davis, Miss Sheila Robinson, and Miss LaWanda Tillett, Miss Roberta Carter saying, behold the green and gold.
Absolutely.
And that's right. Good morning, Miss Naturally.
That's Crystal Hinton, my baby.
Yeah,
is
good
up
morning
here.
to you.
Yes, one thing I love about Hampton Roads, their love for the colleges, their universities, the Green and Gold, Hampton University over in Hampton, they love that one. Old Dominion, and they adore Norfolk State, the Green and Gold, of course, they adore them. And it always makes me feel so good to hear how people just lift up the colleges and university right here in this area.
I mean, that's what it's all about, lifting up, your colleges, and they call Booker T. Washington, they call him Little Norfolk State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they've gotten a lot of support. I was talking to my son, and he got a chance to go to MEAC, and he said the support that was there was just overwhelming. Even with the men's basketball, he got a chance to see that game, and he was rooting for NSU. He said they should have won. My grandson said the same thing, but they played well, and it was a good game. And we just thank everybody for supporting the teams right here in the Hampton Roads area.
And if your backyard, if you can't lift your backyard,
absolutely,
something ain't right.
Absolutely,
we need to jump in and support everything that's in your backyard, especially when it's an all African American college, African American school, all African American business. We need to really reach out and help raise them up and help support them to go higher and higher.
Absolutely. I want to again let you all know about this evening at 6 p.m. FYI After Dark. We have entrepreneur Cynthia Hall, and I would love if someone in our audience that want to join the panel. It's a speak up and speak out about the things that are going on, not only in our neighborhoods and communities, but in our nation and in our world. Things like the violence that's going on. Mr. E, every time you turn the news on, right here in the Hampton Roads area, it is so much going on with gun violence, with shooting, murder, with robbing, and it's just just chaos. And so, along with that, and schools, we're talking about what's going on in our schools and things like that. We're going to touch and cover some things that are happening in politics with the gun laws, and just talk about where our young people are. I saw a story today, Mr. E, and it was a young man who in Portsmouth got shot and murdered. And, a lot of this stuff they say is gang related. And they say something has to be done in our community about getting rid of this germ and this disease of gang violence, gun violence. And so you find a lot of young people not only in gangs, but they have been pulled in. They recruit, but they also pull in folks against their will. And if they don't want to be in, some of them are shot and killed as a result of not complying and coming into some of these gangs. We're going to address some of the things that are going on. Cynthia Hall, she's an advocate who really, really feels as though our communities, if we don't do something about it, is going to really go down. If we don't do something to help change laws. If lawmakers won't turn their attention to passing the right laws to help us, I don't know what's going to happen.
When we decided that we about laws and what need to be done in our community, I think, Ms. Hinton, that when there's an opportunity for town hall meetings, when there's an opportunity to vote, I think that we all should get out there and rally together, and don't be a sidelinder, don't be a stand-byer, and voice your opinion, and to other folks, voice your opinion where it counts. Every voice, lift every voice, and you got a voice in your community. If you see something that ain't right, if you see something that need to be addressed, address it. We so busy sitting on the sideline saying it's nothing going to do. Our vote don't count anyway. It does. If you raise enough noise, if you raise and lift your voice up and be strong in the middle of all that one said and do, talk to your councilman, talk to your local councilmen, and let them know. Talk to your mayor,
the
talk
governors,
to your senators. Go and talk to all of them and let them know. And you can make it to the point that when election times come back around, you can say, "Look, I'll vote for you, but this is what you got to do for us." And then you got to go to the PTA meetings, the town hall meetings, and voice your opinion there. Schools need more support. They need to know what you can do, and just sit back on the sideline. Your community need to know what you can do to help our community to move to the next level.
Absolutely.
In my community the other day, Miss Hinton, on one street, I was coming home, there was about 50 cats, black cats in one area, just about 50 cats.
What kind of cats?
Cats, stray cats, black cats,
What?
cats. And I said to myself, I'm going to fix that. I called the SPCA and I told them, I said, this is where all these cats at. And they got about 25 to 30 cats off the street, black cats off the street in one day.
That is crazy. That made me miss my point I was going to make, Mr. E. That was
So you got to let your community know. You got to take a stand. You just can't sit back and let stuff happen and you don't say anything.
Well, this is the thing. I appreciate social media. We use it for our platforms, for our shows and things like that. I appreciate all of them. But this is the thing. We're so busy on TikTok and all this stuff, and there's a lot of foolery that's going on in some of this social media world. But I just like Mr. E said, if you could take the time, some of that time you spend on social media, all the 20 hours, 15 hours.
You think they spend that much time?
There are some people that they had this thing on, and they were showing. Was it on Maury? I forgot what show it was, and the guy was saying. Dr. Field, my husband stays on TikTok hours and hours and hours. And then there was another woman who was on TikTok for hours and hours and hours. Take some of those hours and get involved in your community. Take some of those hours and find out what's going on in your backyard with the gun violence and drugs that are happening. Get involved. If we can sit back on social media with a lot of foolery and jigabooing, we can definitely go into the town hall meetings. We can go on platforms that are trying to find answers. We can get with some of these advocates and support them. And take some of the time away from all the foolery that's on TikTok. Have you seen some of the stuff that's on TikTok that just, that would take your attention, just content after content of foolery. I thank God that I'm not. What I like about social media is that you have a platform to be able to seriously speak to the community and the things that you're doing. But when it comes to just the foolishness of social media, those same people, it would be nice for them to go where there's serious content, serious things going on, and begin to advocate and stand up for your community.
Miss Hinton, when you say that, that's too much like right. Yeah, and the reason why I said that, because a lot of people has found out if they stay right on TikTok and stay on these social media platforms all day long, they get royal. They can make money.
Well, some of them do, some of them don't.
And make money just sitting there, jigaboo, like you said, sitting there putting foolish stuff, sitting there
I'm
being
not talking
comedians.
about the business people
you
up
know,
there. I'm talking about the ones that look at the content but won't take the time
it's captivated them.
to go and find out what's happening in the community. People are dying. People are getting hurt and getting kidnapped, and it's drugs. The gun laws need to be strengthened. We need people to get together and speak up and speak out, so our children and our children's children can have a future.
They think that that's a great platform to show all their wares. You take TikTok, for example. There's folks who got people in the hospital laying in the bed, and they on TikTok. I mean, they got the IVs and all that in their arms, and they chose to show their sickness right there on. Why do all of that? Get well, man. Don't sit there and let folks, and then they gonna turn around and got them babies up there, them babies dancing, them babies still in pamper, them babies, can't even say ABC and 1, 2, 3s, can't even spell their name, but they got them up there jigaboo, they got them up there dancing like mom and dad. Come on, it's too much time. It's too much time wasted.
Yes, so please join us at 6 p.m. If you want to be on the platform with us, let me know. That would be great. We'll be on 6 p.m. with Cynthia Hall, myself, and Mr. E. And we're just going to talk about issues, things that she's concerned about, and things that, that she's pressed about. And some of the things that maybe could be a solution to some of the problems that we're having across the board.
Miss Mardell Lewis wrote up here, said, I reported things in my neighborhood, and they say you got plenty of nerve. I said, that's why they move in our neighborhood and take over. We sit back and say nothing. But I reported in a minute. Loud noise, cars going up and down your street, trucks with loud mufflers. Yeah, she said,
Yeah, so we be a neighborhood watch, getting involved.
That's right.
And finding out what's going on in your community, who's coming in there. There's a city right here in Hampton Roads where the gangs are getting stronger and stronger. The numbers are big, and then their rival gang is even bigger. And so, you may not think things will affect you, but eventually when they are growing these gangs, and especially pulling in kids that don't want to be in gangs and forcing them, it's going to be a terrible thing, because the gangs are not made up to be, wholesome and in the community like that. They mean to fight. They mean to be rivals. They mean to, take over. And so if you got people trying to take over your community and stuff like that, what's going to happen? How are we going to survive when we have these people, young people that are just banding together? And when people come in with an agreement, they end up really being able to do harm and a lot of things. So we don't want them to be in agreement. We want this to be disfragmented. We want it to be pulled. What do you call it? We just want them to be pulled apart and being able to go to some better things and better choices in their life.
That's right. And that's what it's all about, making this world a better place to live for you and me, and for our next presidents, and for our next future governors and things of that nature, where they can walk down the streets and don't have to worry about being jumped on, don't have to worry about being harassed, don't have to be worried about, people picking on them for no reason.
Absolutely. So look, don't forget to follow us on social media. Don't forget, The Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, the book. Don't forget, Young Women Achieving Success. We're still recruiting. We need your help. Crystal Community Development Corporation wants you all to do what you need to do to make your girls a part of a wonderful, wonderful free mentoring program. Also, let's see, the Royal Ladies Spy, we're going to have a launch. We'll give you that information. And also, we are going to, open the invitation for you all to be a special guest sponsor and intern with FYI Radio Show. Miss E, you got the T.
Tell them how. Tell them how they can be a special guest. Tell them how that they can be a sponsor of the most talked about, and a little information on sponsorship.
First of all, if you all have businesses, and some of you all are starting up businesses, and you need that marketing and advertising, this is a good platform, because not only are we on all social media platforms, but we're on live radio, and so we are reaching out. We reach a lot of people. We're on 95.3 FM. We're on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400 AM, and soon to be WMVA, another platform, FM platform, which is going up north. And so then we have the World Wide Web. We have a platform where you all are sure to get the numbers. So if you're a small business, if you know someone with a small business and they want to advertise, or they want to sponsor a segment with FYI, just call 757-714-7861, or inbox us, or email FYI Radio Show, FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. And just let us know, hey, we want to be a part of this platform that's reaching a lot of people. Remember, we're on FYI Radio Morning Show, and then we have the FYI After Dark platform, and they're able to reach a whole lot of folks. So, Mr. E, if they want to be a sponsor, intern, or special guest, and we need special guests, we need to fill up our calendar. Let them know how they can do that.
All you got to do is inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, and let us know that you would like to be a special guest or a sponsor. Or you can call us at area code 757-714-7861. Again, the telephone number is area code 757-714-7861. Or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350 95.3 Peace, and WGPL 1350 and WPCE 1400, and soon to be 88.9. And don't forget to join us tonight. Oh, yes. It's going to be off the chain tonight with Miss Cynthia Hall, and I'm looking to see you there.
Yes, looking to see you there. And then Wednesday with Beard Gods and issues concerning men. We'll see you then. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
2 up, 2 down, VA. Congratulations, Norfolk State girls. And wonderful. Root, root, behold the green.